Miss May won a shopping spree to a wonderful outlet mall in Seattle. Miss May needs a substitute since she's going to be gone. The substitute will need to be strict and accept no misbehaviors and make sure that students are wholly focused on math. Her logical first choice is Mrs. S. Oh, I'd love to substitute for you, and I have a great idea for the lesson for the day. We'll have a party, and I can bring ice cream and Snickers bars. It'll just be lovely.
Mrs. S., I really don't think that ice cream and Snickers is a good plan for this group. Imagine Rose and CJ. They would never stop talking with all of that sugar.
Disappointed, Mrs. S. gives up on a teaching career and looks into smuggling chickens as a career instead. Miss May begins her search for a substitute and posts this flyer. She hears from two prospective substitutes, Mrs. R. and Mrs. T. Mrs. R. charges $22 an hour plus $70 for lesson plan preparation. Mrs. T. charges $25 an hour plus a one-time fee of $20 for subbing. Miss May makes a table of values. Miss May loves to graph and quickly looks at the difference between the two applicants. Needing to see more, Miss May uses two equations to see where the teachers would charge the same amount. She uses substitution to solve the first system of equations. And wanting to ensure a high degree of accuracy, she also solves the system of equations using elimination. Miss May finds that the two substitutes would cost the same amount at 16.667 hours. But since she's only going to be gone 2 days, it's obvious that Mrs. R is the better deal. Mrs. R is hired to sub, and Miss May enjoys a lovely shopping spree. And poor Mrs. S, well, she obviously didn't really give up on her dream of teaching, and she continues to aspire of dreams of perfection where every child listens intently and learns. The end.